All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the last announcements of 2020. Put this year behind us in the rear view, right? All right, that was a song called from the Scottish band, the Boys of the Loch. Loch means lake in Scottish, so that's you can see all the cognates, right? And that is a song called The Dying Year because in many parts of the world, in the Northern Hemisphere, you see this metaphor, the motif, repeated over and over and over in civilizations all over the Northern Hemisphere because the days are getting shorter and shorter and the nights are getting longer and longer. And especially, maybe not so much in Texas, but in a lot of parts of the world, that meant winter was coming and, kind of plants were dying and it was maybe going to be harder to find food to eat. And so there's a lot of celebrations of kind of the year dying. And of course, it's going to be reborn again in spring and summer and all that. So there's a long history of that. And that was a little waltz from the Boys of the Lot called The Dying Year because we are almost to that time of the year. The solstice is the 21st typically of most years. The winter solstice, that is, in December 21st, longest night of the year, shortest day. Its corollary is the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year and the shortest night of the year. So that's June 21st typically. So you see a lot of motifs in a lot of cultures like that. So part of that is of this tradition and, of the earth kind of dying, quote unquote, to be reborn again in spring is people throughout history have brought green things inside their houses or their huts or whatever, their caves, in order to remind themselves during these long winter nights that life will return, the plants will come back, and even though maybe we get a little hungry during the winter because there's not much food, hopefully we've stored our food over the fall and the harvest, it will come back in the spring, and that little reminder of that greenery helps us keep going during this. So that's why we have Christmas trees all over the place today. That's why we have holly and wreaths and stuff, because those things have been going on for literally thousands of years. In ancient Egypt, they had a celebration, again, because of the sun and the calendar. Their god Ra, the sun god, they had a celebration right around December 21st. And they brought palm leaves inside because, think where Egypt is and it's tropical. So they brought a bunch of palm leaves inside. The Romans, it was called Saturnalia for their god Saturn, and they brought plants and stuff inside their house. In Norway, they had they bring greenery in. In the Celtic tradition, you had mistletoe, and that was a sacred plant to them, so they'd bring it in. And the Christmas tree as we know it started in Germany, which of course had the traditions. Cut a tree down, bring it in your house right around the Yule time, which is, the solstice. And that's going to get carried over from Germany. There's a lot of connections between Germany and England. And of course, in England, there's going to be colonized United States. And they bring Christmas trees with them at different times. So there's a lot of cross-cultural mixing. So at any rate, our tradition of bringing trees and wreaths and holly and stuff goes back a long, long way. And it's because that's what people did back, in the day to remember that, hey, winter's going to be tough. But you know what? There's some hope out there. And a lot of these plants were sacred in their different religious systems. So there you go, a little bit of history. Now we have more than a little bit of history. We have a lot of bit of birthdays. So I'm going to go ahead and get on. Give Ellie a little workout. If I can find Ellie. Oh, there she is. Okay, so missed yesterday. So Emma Garcia. And then today we have Luke Alvarado. We have Wilhelmine Hardaway. We have on Saturday, Gio Uresti. We also have on Saturday our very own Miss Steele. We have on the 21st, Cassandra Garza. We have Victor Vialma. We have also Miss Bosley's having a birthday on the 21st. So the solstice, right? There you go, solstice babies. On the 22nd, we have Lucas Yamas. On the 23rd, we have Nevin Owen Jr. We have Mason Pope. Then on Christmas Eve, 24th, we have Callie Hughes. And we also have Damian Johnson. And Trinity Johnson. On Christmas Day itself, we have Miss Sierra, the 25th. And let's see, on the 27th, we have Micah Sutherland. We have Levi Lozano. We have Manjita Sharma. On the 29th, we have Alyssa Aldalco. We have on the 29th, Scout Peck, one of my neighbors. We have the 30th, we have Justin Rangel. On New Year's Eve, King Sadara. All right, now we get into January. So we have Janiyah on New Year's Day, babies. We have Janiyah Rivera. We have Jaden Valdez. On the January 2nd, we have Kimberly Rodriguez. We have our very own Mr. Eddie. And on the 3rd, we have Joshua Carrasco. We have Michaela Salas. And on the 4th, we have Phoenicia Ochoa Hernandez. And on the 5th, the last day before we come back from, we have Emery Benitez. You'll see my announcements will come back again on the 6th. There you go. All right, y'all. We're going to close on the 4-way test of these rapidly expanding announcements. The 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? A virtue this month is responsibility. How are you showing responsibility, Crockett? You're showing responsibility by you're reading over the break. You're being safe over the break. You're washing those hands. You're being good to your family. You're helping around in the chores. You're just being a good, nice person to be around and being good for those around you and treating people with respect and treating people with compassion and kindness. And you're taking care of your business. All right. Have a good break, guys. Make sure you read every single day or have someone read to you. And take care and enjoy yourself. And I will see you in 2021. Bye, guys.